Knowing?
Yes,
Okay.
knowing, the thinking.
Okay.
I mean, the thinking, which is the connected part,
Cognitive.
the cognitive.
That's the cognitive.
Yeah,
Yep.
because when we look at our society now, we look at the airways, just like the media.
Right.
There is a middleman between we and the media. And from my observation, our minds are getting polluted.
Okay.
We're not looking at that direction, and we are like computer.
Okay.
What comes in is what's going to be put out. It's what's going to be put out. Take for instance, if you are behind a computer, and whatever you type, and you put it and you send it to the printer, it comes out that way. We not worry about mind pollution, but we worry about water pollutions. We worry about air pollutions. But our kids, look at the media. Things that people are posting on the media, it sends no good message to our children. We found a lot of naked women on the media. They are naked, pornographic movies, and our kids are looking at those things. Their minds are getting polluted on a daily basis.
Okay.
And it should be a no strange thing to see our kids behaving those ways. I mean, in those ways, because that's what they are saying.
Okay.
So I think I will focus my attention on the mind because.
Okay, now, there's a really good scripture reference about that. What does Paul say? How do we change? By the renewing of your mind. That's all about knowing, right? The renewing of your mind. That's what you're talking about. It's the idea of knowing, so you would place more emphasis on the knowing aspect, right? And I think that's a valid point to make. And you can just go right back to Paul again. Paul says, you will make these changes by the renewing of your mind. You will grow by the renewing of your mind. Is it working? Okay. So, by the renewing of your mind, Paul says, that is the way you grow. He does not say by other things. It's by the renewing of your mind. So, clearly, the knowing, the cognitive part, is incredibly important. Right? Another question or comment over here.
Sir, Professor, I listen a lot to Rabbi Zacharias, the famous Christian apologetics. He always emphasized to his talks that it has an order. If we're gonna approach a counselee or a client as a counselor, as a Christian counselor, it has to be in order. I think I think it's right. It cannot go as the same plane. I think he always say that you have to be redeemed first, so you can be righteous, so you can be so you can worship after. It cannot go the other way around. It has to start with the heart, redeemed, be righteous, then you can worship.
Yeah, I would agree. I think, again, this goes back to what we were talking about, out of the heart. It's out of the heart everything comes. Well, if that's the problem, what's the cure? It's a changed heart, right? And so for Christians, that's the priority. Now, Paul uses the language, again, the renewal of the mind. And so these are not opposites. They are related. It's out of the heart all of the evil comes. And so I think as a counselor, you do have to give attention to this question because these schools are in conflict. And you will have to decide which one do you give priority to, or are you going to put them all on an equal plane? And so what you're suggesting is you think the cognitive aspect would be more important. And you're going back to the same idea, that there must be a priority.
That's where the devil is.
Okay?
The media. He's using the media. He's not using our flesh. He's using the media, and the media is a middleman between we and somebody.
And what is the media all about today? In one word, it's visual. Think about it. It's all visual. It's all visual. And that's the way modern and postmodern people learn how to know. Pictures, visual. We're very visual today. We've got time for one more question, I think, then we've got to stop.
Basically, the materials you gave us from before, I really appreciate it. It's eye-opening because the message is all about integrating all the ideas, especially when our material from the past about the integrative view. It says that there are Christians that even their heart is redeemed, or they already accepted Christ. Situations happen that they became problematic still. Therefore, it's very important and essential to look and to appreciate all the focus of each school and what can they contribute to the totality of the problems of an individual, Christian or not. So I heard about a teaching about the theory of two sides of the coin, that intelligence is a matter of seeing two sides of the coin. So if one theory is actually saying or emphasizing on one idea, it doesn't mean that I am against the other idea. It's just that I'm trying to point out and focus on the important and emphasis in the nature of this idea or of this goal. So integration of all the goals and learning about the developmental growth process of a person in general in psychology might be helpful.
Okay, that was a comment, a very good comment, not a question, but that was a comment. So I think we're going to have to stop now. We're out of time. We have chapel coming up, so we'll stop for today, and we will pick back up here next week. So I will see you here bright and early on another cold Saturday morning. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.